So this is lesson 37, problem set in Algebra 2. And let's get started and look at some of the stuff you're going to be doing for this lesson. Your practice problems, you've got one that has to do with that chemical. And you don't even have to worry about pronouncing dichloro-difluoromethane, which is what you put in your air conditioner in your car. But all you're concerned about is the CCl2F2. And it's basically exactly like the ones that we've done. There are 3 different elements. There's carbon, there's chlorine, and then there's fluoride or fluorine in there, the F. And you don't even have to know what those stand for. Just use the numbers there exactly like the examples I gave in order to solve this. And then B and C are just like the past examples with the parallelograms, where you're looking for angles and you're looking for the X and Y. We do have a couple more of those later on. Numbers 12 and, well, I guess it's just 12 that you're doing one with the parallelogram. Numbers 1 and 2 and 3 are continuing to give you practice with the chemical formulas. And again, if you watch the video and watch the examples and have those written down, just follow those examples exactly on 1, 2, and 3, and you won't have any problem with those either. 6 and 7, remember, simplify each of the numerators, each of the denominators first. Number 6, notice how that has an x cubed on it. So factor out that x first, and then you're left with x squared plus 7x plus 12. Then factor that down, x and x, 4 and 3, plus and plus. So this is the factoring down of that x cubed plus 7x squared plus 12x. And you have a similar one for number 7. They have ax cubed minus ax squared minus 12ax in that numerator. And what I would do is I would pull out the x, or a, since it's common to all 3 of those, and I also have an x common to all 3 of those. And then I would break that down, and remember to keep the ax there. Got an x and an x, and then we'll put a 4 and a 3 and a negative and a positive. And this would be the simplification of that there. And then after you go through and simplify each of those, then you can start canceling. But don't forget on number 7, that second part, see it's divided, you're going to have to flip it upside down before you do anything. So just something to remember when you're doing that. Want to at least bring up the idea of something like number 8. Negative 8 to the negative 4 thirds. Alright, that's telling me that that negative 8 is in the wrong place. It needs to go down there, and then that negative can go away. And then we have, if you want to write it this way, you can. Negative 8 to the 1/3. And this is key. This negative does not have the 1/3 on. It's not in parentheses like that. So just the 8 has the 1/3 on it. And that is a 1, and the 4 is the exponent. So we have 1 over negative, cubed root of 8 is 2, and then that's to the 4th power. So that's 1 over 16, and then that negative gets tagged on. That negative was never a part of doing any of the work because it wasn't in a parenthesis. Whereas number 9, the negative is inside the parenthesis, so therefore it is part of the process. So don't forget to keep those straight. And I think that's it for problem set number 37.